about binge drinking. Binge drinking at a party, is there such a thing as binge drinking at a party?
Definitely there's a thing such as binge drinking. Binge drinking is definitely when you drink much more than what you're supposed to on a very limited space of time. So for example, if you're a gentleman, if you drink 5 or more units, then we call that binge drinking. And if you're a female and you drink about 4 or more units, that's definitely binge drinking. So just to give you an understanding of what a unit is, a bottle of Bacardi Breezer or Smirnoff Spin, that is equal to 2 units. So it gives you an indication of how much you're supposed to drink over a very short space of time. And a beer would be equal to about 3 units. So you can see that if you have 6 beers in one day, that is binge drinking.
When it comes to drinking, I think we all have the notion that you have to have a good time. So it then gets difficult to be able to draw the line. How do we get ourselves to that point? And how will it change our lives to be able to know your limit?
Yeah. You know, when it comes to health, I always say that health is it's a lifestyle. It's something that you do every single day. Just like we wake up and we groom ourselves, also healthy habits are things that you have to get over a specific amount of time. So you just do it by when you go to a social occasion, getting to understand how many units is actually supposed to be the normal amount, and I've explained now. And of course, practicing and learning the art of knowing how to drink in a very short space of time, but also make sure that you don't drink too much in that short space of time. So that's one thing of doing it. And also, I think what's bad with drinking is when we're together and we're having a good time, it's so easy to keep downing it. But once you actually all as a group decide, guys, do you know the effects of drinking, which is why I'm here, to let you guys know. Do you know how many units we're supposed to drink? Let's learn to actually understand what are we putting in our bodies. Because I think when it comes to health, we don't know what we're doing and we end up doing the wrong thing.
Okay, kunombuzo ovela kusiso Arcadia uthi I do it every Sunday and most of my Mondays I'm either sick or super dehydrated.
Every Sunday.
So would you recommend Usiso deal with these after effects? How do you deal with it?
Yeah. Usiso, I'd ask, Usiso, do you know how much you're drinking? And Usiso would be like, no, Doc, I probably don't know. I drink 6. Just to have a sundowner, to chill, to relax before a Monday, which is common, But I think once he understands that, look, having 6 in one day is just too much. Already I've said 1 can is equal to 3 units, which means you only need 2 cans in one day. So I say to Spusi, so first of all, why do you drink on a Sunday? Let's find other ways to relax. We all know that Sunday comes with Sunday blues, and you feel like, oh, why Monday? I need to go back to work. But we need to develop other healthy ways of relaxing. So go for a walk in a park when it's nice and it's, the sun is going down just before Sunday. Develop other routines that you can actually do to make sure that you ease yourself into the week. And definitely not drink, because what's going to happen, you're going to perform badly at work, you're going to end up losing the job that you want, and also yourself. You're going to lose confidence because you're not going to perform at the peak that you're supposed to as a person. At the end of the day, we want to excel in everything we do. So don't have habits that will make sure that you don't excel to your true potential.
Nice. I have another tweet here from Minikaya _03. How does it affect sex drive?
Oh, Mini. When you talk alcohol, remember it also becomes a pattern. So very often alcohol works in various parts of the body. It can work on your brain, affect your speech and your gait, your walking. And then also the cardiovascular system. Remember last time I spoke about the beautiful pool, which is blue, and once you ingest or smoke certain things, that pool becomes yucky and mucky. So once more, alcohol can also do that. It can work on your cardiovascular system. So if you're a man, for example, then what happens is you can end up having your erectile dysfunction. It also works on the hormones. So testosterone levels can also go down, and you need your testosterone then to have a good libido. So that's the aftermath of something that you do thinking of as just now. But what happens is when you stop it, it continues to work on your body in other ways which are not favorable.
Give up effects from binge drinking. And sometimes you don't even know that you're binge drinking. And drinking 2 beers, that's like saying to someone, rather not stay home, don't go out. So, umundu utolanjani, udrawa gupi line, and when do you know that actually I'm binge drinking now?
We say don't have more than 21 units in a week. So that really tells you how much you should be having over a space of time. And again, I've mentioned how many you should have in a day. Now, the other effects that you asked about with regards to binge drinking, it ranges from if you drink a lot and you know the blood alcohol gets to the brain, you can end up not being able to realize that you're vomiting, which is what most people actually end up dying from. You aspirate your vomit because you suffocate your lungs. Wow. So that's one. Bachelor parties, very common thing when you're like, oh, I lost my husband, he was at his bachelor party and he's gone. Because of the fact that they, drank for the last time because he's going to prison called marriage, and what happens is that his body didn't realize that he's vomiting, so then it gets into his lungs. Of course, other things, I've mentioned the heart, I've mentioned the liver as well, is another part of the body that gets negatively affected by alcohol. Remember, that is the one that breaks down alcohol. So you can get fatty changes, you can end up having a cirrhosis of the liver where you get jaundiced, and also you can end up not absorbing the kind of nutrients that you need, so you can also get vitamin B deficiency. So there's so many effects that you can actually get from alcohol that we don't realize, and that's the big thing about health. Understand what you're putting inside your body so that you can actually make sure that you avoid things that will prevent you from being as healthy as possible to enjoy life. Yeah.
I have a question here from Twitter from Anonymous. Anonymous on Twitter. Okay, actually, we've just run out of time. Anonymous. Anonymous on Twitter. Thank you so much for joining us, Doctor.
Thank you, guys. Thank you.
Kumbulani nani lapho emakhaya ukuthi you can send through